ESL class. Today we're going to start Unit 9 on daily living. This is for Monday, May 18th, 2020, and this is our part 1 of 3 parts. If you have any questions, here's my email address, or if you're a student in my class, you're on my WhatsApp and you're welcome to message me there. So if you have a question about the content or a specific answer, just go ahead and shoot me an email and I'll look over it. Okay? So today we're starting Unit 9 and it's on daily living, and so we want to talk about so have you ever had something break at your house? Like maybe your hot water heater didn't make hot water, or the light in your refrigerator quit working, or like I just had my stove, the glass top, shattered. Have you ever had I think we've all probably at one point had something break. Dishwasher, washing machine, dryer, you know, some of the big appliances that we talked about in one of the last chapters. So when something breaks, what can you do? When something breaks, what can you do? Well, you can call a repairman, right? You can look up like if it's you can look up appliance specialists, people who can come and repair your appliance. If some of you have bought a home, some of your homes come with a home warranty. You can notify your home warranty company. If you live in an apartment and it's one of the appliances that comes with the apartment, you can maybe notify maintenance. Or we can always, some people try to fix it themselves. So there's a lot of ways that we can go about getting something repaired, right? So go ahead and get out your student books, and we're going to be on page 110. So this is the page in the picture that we're gonna look at for a little bit. So in the picture, what do you see? What do you see? Well, the first thing I notice is the washing machine. All the bubbles coming out of the washing machine, right? And we've got Stella, who could be the mom, right? Pablo, I think he may be playing in the bubbles, not cleaning up, right? And then we have maybe 2 older children, Martin and Marisol. That's what I see. So there's some vocabulary words that we're going to go over right now. I'm going to say them, and then I'll give you a chance to repeat them after me. Okay, are you ready? Dishwasher. Dishwasher. Leak. Leak. Light bulb. Light bulb. Lock. Lock. Dryer. Dryer. Garbage. Garbage. Sink. Sink. Washing machine. Washing machine. So if there was any of those words that you think you need more practice on, you are welcome to stop the video and rewind it to practice those vocabulary. But now let's look at the page and let's see if you can find the dishwasher. So usually the dishwasher, it's probably this flat thing here because it's usually near the sink, because you're going to rinse off your dishes and put them in the dishwasher. Leak, we see the dishwasher is leaking onto the floor. The water is leaking. That's what a leak is. It's coming out there. A light bulb right here. Light bulb. Let's see. A lock. Well, Martin's name is kind of in the way, but we see there's a lock for the door, right? A dryer. This is the dryer. So this is the washing machine with the bubbles, and this is the dryer. A garbage is right here. Garbage. A sink. We see Marisol's putting the dishes in the sink. And we already did washing machine. That's where the bubbles are coming out of. Okay? So I'm going to ask a few questions, and you can think to yourself, would I answer these questions yes or no? Okay? Is there water on the floor? Is there water on the floor? Yes, there is. There's water on the floor by the dishwasher, and then Pablo's playing in some bubbles that have leaked. Is water coming out of the garbage? Is water coming out of the garbage? Nope. It's coming out of the dishwasher. The water's coming out of the dishwasher. Is there a problem with the washing machine? Is there a problem with the washing machine? Yes, there is. All the bubbles are overflowing, right? Are there any dishes in the sink? Are there any dishes in the sink? No, Marisol is holding the dishes. Is the dryer open? Is the dryer open? Nope. The door is shut. Okay? Do they need a new light bulb? Do they need a new light bulb? No, they don't. The light bulb on the ceiling, it's working, it's shining. Okay? So I'm going to pause it for a minute, and then we'll pick up and from here and finish this page. Okay, we touched on it briefly, but let's talk about what everybody's doing in the picture. What is Marisol doing? What is Marisol doing? It looks like they had a leak in the dishwasher, so she might be taking the dishes from the dishwasher and putting them in the sink to empty it out because it's leaking. So Marisol has the dishes. She's probably going to put them in the sink. What is Martin doing? What is Martin doing? It looks like he's got a trash bag, so he's probably taking out the trash. What is Pablo doing? What is Pablo doing? Looks like Pablo may be playing in the bubbles from the washing machine, right? He's playing in the bubbles from the washing machine. What is Stella doing? What is Stella doing? Looks like Stella is the mom. She's on the phone calling for help. You know, maybe a repairman, right? Or maybe an apartment manager, if that's an apartment. It looks like she may be calling somebody to help with the dishwasher and the washing machine. Okay? Okay, we're going to be on page 111, and we're going to look at part A. So let's look at the pictures real quick. The first picture looks like a man in an office, and he's on the phone. Does he look happy or worried? He looks like he's kind of worried, like he's thinking about something, like something may be going wrong, right? He's got his hand up here. What about picture number 2? We see an older person and they're on the phone, and we see behind them it says rentals, houses, and apartments. So that might be some kind of rental agency that rents out houses and apartments. And then we see in the third picture, we see a lady on the phone, and it says Brown's Plumbing Service. So she may be the person at the plumbing service who makes the appointments. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play the track for you so you can hear. And then there's 3 conversations: conversation A, conversation B, conversation C, and I want you to match those to the picture, please, okay?
Unit 9, Daily Living, page 111, exercises 2A and 2B. Track 25. Conversation A. Hello, building manager.
Hi, this is Stella Taylor in apartment 4B. I've got a problem. The washing machine overflowed, and the dishwasher's leaking too, and the sink is clogged. Could you please recommend a plumber?
Well, I usually use 2 different plumbers.
Which one do you recommend?
Let's see. His name is Don Brown. He has a company on Main Street. Here's the phone number: 555-4564. He's really good.
Thanks. I'll call him right away.
Conversation B.
Brown's Plumbing Service, Martha speaking. May I help you?
I hope so. My washing machine overflowed, and my dishwasher is leaking all over the floor, and my sink is clogged. May I speak to Don Brown, please?
Oh, Don's out right now on a job, but he'll be finished in an hour. He can come then. Can you wait an hour?
1 hour? I need to go to work soon. Maybe my neighbor can unlock the door for him. My address is 3914 5th Street, apartment 4B.
Okay, he'll be there in an hour.
Thank you.
Conversation C. Russell Taylor speaking.
Hi, Russell. It's me. I have bad news. The washing machine overflowed, and the dishwasher is leaking on the floor, and the sink is clogged.
Oh no, look, I'm really busy at work right now. Could you please call a plumber?
I already did.
You did? Which plumber did you call?
Brown's Plumbing Service. The plumber will be here in an hour.
But you're going to work.
It's okay. I asked Mrs. Lee to let him in.
All right, Stella. I'll see you tonight.
Okay, so let's go ahead and match up those pictures. Okay, let me, okay, so the first conversation we hear is Stella, and she's talking to the apartment manager. So that looks like conversation 2, right? So we're going to call that A there, because we know that's the apartment manager because we see the sign behind them talking about apartment and house rentals, right? The second conversation, Stella calls the plumber, and we see in the third picture, Brown's Plumbing Service. So we're going to, for number 3, we're going to put B. And number 1 is going to be letter C, because that looks like stressed out old Russell, right, that she called to see if he could let the plumber in. Okay, so now that I've played the audio, you can rewind it, go back and listen to it again, and do part B, answering true and false. But remember, for the false statements, make a sentence to make it true. Okay? So you're welcome to stop the video now, rewind, and go back. Okay, so now let's go over part B. I hope you stopped the video and you went over it yourself, and we're just checking it together. So number 1 says Stella lives in apartment 4B, and that answer is going to be true. Number 2, Stella is talking to a plumber. That's going to be false. And since it's false, we have to write a sentence to make it true. We're going to say Stella is talking to the building manager. Okay? And number 3 says Don Brown is a neighbor. We're going to, that is going to be also false. We're going to correct it, say Don Brown is a plumber. A plumber is somebody who you call to fix water-related problems, toilets, sinks, refrigerators, washing machine. You know, anytime that there's an issue with water, you would want to call a plumber. So number 4 says Stella wants to speak to her husband. That's also going to be false. Who does Stella want to speak to? Stella wants to speak to who? Don Brown, the plumber. She's got a plumbing issue. Okay. And number 5, Don Brown will come in 1 hour. That's true. Don Brown will be there in 1 hour. Number 6, Stella will unlock the door for the plumber. Now, Stella's going to work, so that's going to be false. Stella will let the neighbor unlock the door. Okay, so Stella's going to call her neighbor and see if they can go over there and unlock the door for the plumber. Let's go to conversation C. Russell wants Stella to call a neighbor. No, who does Russell want? That's going to be false again. That's not right. Russell wants Stella to call a plumber. Number 8, Stella already called the plumber, and that's true. She called Don Brown the plumber. Stella is going to school. Well, that's false. Where's Stella going? Stella is going to work. Okay? So there's your answers for part B. Be sure that to make any corrections, and make sure that you made those false statements. You wrote a sentence to make it true. Okay, so let's look at part 3, and let's just talk about it for a second. It's really hard to have that conversation since we're not in class. But if you can, who fixes things at your home? Who fixes things at your home? Sometimes I fix them, and sometimes I call a repairman at my house, right? Do you ever need to call a plumber, or did you ever need to call a plumber or other repair person? I have. My air conditioner's broken before, or like I said, my stove just broke. So I've had to call repair people to come. Last year there was a leak with the hot water heater. So that would be a plumbing issue because it's water related, hot water heater. So I called a plumber then. Who did you call? Well, for the air conditioning, you know, I call a heat and air, HVAC person. For the hot water heater, I called a plumber. And for the stove, I called an appliance repairman. What happened? They came and fixed it. They fixed the heat and air. I got a new hot water heater, and now they couldn't fix the stove, so I had to go to Home Depot during the during the virus and order a stove. But and I know those repairs can cost a lot of money. Some of you may live in apartments, and you can call maintenance, and they can either fix them or replace them. Or like me, I have a home warranty, so it has just like your medical, it has like a copay, and that's all I pay, and then they fix the problem. Okay, so that's the end for part one. Be sure that you're putting your name in the comments so you get credit for the class, and I'll see you in part two.